between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Winston to give. It's Kamara. Powers through it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us.
Leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He'll take this to the 46. The Saints had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Off the play fake, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On second down, Kamara. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Touchdown! Chris Olave. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. field on first down. He'll find Metcalf, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown game.
1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. This defense for the Saints, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
One of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On third down, Penning. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, a Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a second down and 6. Now Winston. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jameis to throw it. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground. And I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
41 yards on the ground for him so far. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, it's Kamara. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A give to Kamara running right, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Play action now. Winston. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, 27 yards. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense gets the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. And Mayfield just getting the play on. Left. First down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play fake. Winston. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Kamara not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. Just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? We couldn't do it in football.
No, I think you can do it in football. A perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I... to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They give him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And Walker has it. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Stopped him in his tracks. They'll run for it. It's Walker. But it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a 1st down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Play fake. Mayfield. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Mayfield on play action. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, it sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Following the interception, Winston. Downfield, and he's got Olave. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Winston now. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Saints are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff. Because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. Back to Walker on first down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing again on second and 10. Mayfield. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you can actually draw a better pass rush loss.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Mayfield down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Winston. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A first down there on a pickup at 25. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Here comes the Saints punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15.
Well, so much for being backed up against a goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
Mayfield on first down. He completes this to Walker. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Second down and 5. On second down, it's Walker. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on the quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on fourth. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Mayfield. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10.
Here's Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. Working out of the gun, Winston. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Jordan Brooks with it.
He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth quarter lead. Tackled by Darrell Taylor. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the stick.
He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the play fake, Winston. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because it really helps them to just eat up blocks and let other people make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On the counter, here's Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
That one is blown up by Jordan Brooks, the linebacker.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track. Never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Sidney Jones.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
So they got some pressure, maybe hoping to get a safety, and they get roughing the passer.
And gave up a pass completion as well. Nothing really went right on that play for them.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He's got his big tight end, Fant.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Ken Walker, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Here's Baker.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6.
And he returns this to the 22.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play fake. Winston. Uchenna Nwosu gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
He almost outkicked the coverage. A 57-yard punt, 15 on the return.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. One last shot from Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. It was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their 1st half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the 1st half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the 2nd half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Saints, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And